Hello and welcome to our Learn Python series. Today we are going to talk about strings, text, and how do we work with strings in Python. And then we're going to see strings in action. We're going to prepare a formatted student report. Let's get into it. So far we have created a list of numbers, names, then created a list of tuples, then objects, and we have performed data analysis. So when you perform data analysis, that means you want to present the report of your data analysis for others to view or review. So you're not gonna just simply print all the numbers that have come out of your data analysis. You're gonna, because numbers by itself is not going to mean anything. The person who's looking at your report, that means now you're gonna have to explain the numbers. So what I mean by explaining the numbers means you're gonna have to use some words or some kind of statements which explain the numbers. So words means you're gonna have to start dealing with text and strings. So how does Python help us in the string? First thing first, that in Python, string is a collection of characters. So collection means it's a list. So the next is that when you present a report, somebody will say, I want a header, or I want a header that is all uppercase. I want a header that is all lowercase, or I want a header that is only 10 characters. So there are different kind of requirements maybe there. So if it is a list or a collection of characters, so most of our functions that we learned from our list should work. So print, let's first see, can I use length function to find the number of characters here? And as you can see, the length function did work. So that means it is a list of characters or collection of characters. All right, next thing. If somebody's asking me I need the header to be all upper, there's a function called upper. See, everything is now uppercase, or if you want to do everything in lower, there's a function called lower. But that is not always the case. The title may be nicely formatted where every first character is uppercase and the rest is lowercase. There is a function called title where it's going to convert the string into a title looking string where the first character is uppercase and the rest are lowercase. There may be a requirement that only the first character needs to be uppercase. So there is a function called capitalize. What it does is it's gonna capitalize the first character to uppercase. But what happened? Why S is still lowercase when we said capitalize is gonna uppercase the first character? If you notice the header string very carefully, you will notice there's a white space on the front before S in student. So we need to find a way to remove this white space. So there is a function called lstrip. What it does is it's going to strip the white space from the left side, and now you can see the capitalize worked correctly. You will also notice there is a white space at the end also, so there is a function called rstrip, means right strip. It's going to remove the first and the last character. Not the last character, but the last white space that may be there. So now you can see that this is how your basic functionality of these strings will work. Now right in front of us, we have our list of student objects. Let's see that. And now I have added, in addition to the first name and the last name also. Now we're gonna see how we're gonna use this in our nicely formatting our report for these students by using first name last name together. So we're gonna say for student in students. So we're gonna print. So now we're gonna say student first name, and then we're gonna add a little space here. Then we're gonna say student last name, and now you can see our report is very nicely formatted. And let's add our little dash line to make it nicely looking. So there we go. So one more thing, let's say that somebody says, I'm not interested on the full first name, I'm only interested on the first character of your first name. Since we said it's a list of characters, I should be able to treat it like any other list. So when we were looking at the list, we said that if I want to access the first element in the list, I can access it by index. So let's change this printing and we say I am interested only index 0. Now you can see that only the first character of the name has been given to us in the print because that's what we asked for. And the same thing, you can, just for sake of trying, you can put that in the last name also. And now you can see only the first character of the first and the last name has been printed. So, so this is the basic functionality that we have for the strings. In subsequent chapters, we will have more advanced functionality of the strings. Thanks for learning with us. Do subscribe and like our channel. For more information, visit our website. Till next lesson, take care. Goodbye.